Welcome back. We are one day away from the start of the English Test summer and a one-off four-day test between England and Zimbabwe. Let's speak live to the Managing Director of English Men's Cricket, Rob Key. Rob, thank you for your time. Good afternoon to you. You are speaking to us from the Bob Willis Golf Day in Northamptonshire. Obviously a fine occasion, but how's it been? A day of mixed emotions, I'd imagine.
Yeah, a day of awful golf. I had so much optimism at the start, but that's all gone now. Mark Butcher's playing very well, which is even more disappointing. But no, it's an important day, actually, a day that makes you realise like how important it is to raise awareness to things like this. Especially me, I think, well, I'm 46, and it gets me thinking. And if we can get other people thinking to get themselves checked, get that PSA test, the blood test, you know, I'd imagine it's already saved lives, and it'll probably save more.
Yeah, very good point. Now, we stand on the eve of the one-off test match. Rob, how are you feeling about the summer?
Yeah, look, I'm excited as much as anything else, I think. It's just going to be, you're almost at the point, whenever the IPL's on, that's like our quietest time, where there's no cricket bar what our players are playing out in various leagues around the world. So you're just sort of in that period where it seems like it's been a while since we played our last game. Certainly our last test match and our last test series, where they played brilliantly out in New Zealand and beat a very strong New Zealand team. So we just can't wait to get going, to be honest. And it's going to start tomorrow. Trent Bridge, fantastic ground. Haven't played Zimbabwe for a long time, and then India. I mean, they're as exciting a team as you can see in this day and age, and I think they're going to get better and better, even with the likes of Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma retiring. The strength that they have, and the strength in depth, I think we're going to see some seriously exciting players come over, and what will be a brilliant Test series.
It's really interesting. We'll get on to Kohli in just a second. I wanted to ask you about that, but a lot of people saying generally it's a really big 12 months for the side. I suppose they're all big years for England cricket, for you in that position. Does it feel particularly significant in the here and now?
Yeah, I think it always does, but it was the same thing last year. You know, like if we hadn't played well last year, we would have found ourselves in a bit of trouble. And the same thing, you know, people will talk about this being the defining year, and that may be the case. But actually, as far as we're concerned, you want something to last longer than just the time that we're doing it. And you just hope they keep on growing, keep getting better, keep improving on what already has been an outstanding start for Ben and Brendan as coach and captain, and they just keep building and getting better and better. And it might be that some of the players that we see, they become the players that we think they can be in years to come. So it's just an exciting time.
Brendan McCullum used the word humility, that England need to show that going forward. What are your reflections on that? Where does humility and timidity sit with confidence and swagger? How do you put it all together in the word suit?
Look, I think our thing really is that, you know, Ben Stokes has got one of the best win percentages since Douglas Jardine in 1930 for England captain. So you just want to get better and better. And look, to be honest with you, like our players, they're not necessarily brilliantly media trained. They come in at times and they've said things that probably they shouldn't have done. We don't kill them for that, really. They're international cricketers. They're some of the best players in the world. And ultimately, no matter what you've done, every day you want to get better and better. And we want to be a team that everyone loves watching and can't wait to see what happens next. The problem is sometimes we don't know what's going to happen next, but that's the beauty of sport, especially with this team.
It is. You worked on the other side of the media with us as well, so you know the excitement we get from the other side of the interviews as well. You said, I think referenced it again, that players need to stop talking rubbish. Are you expecting a more focused side? I mean, you can't coach them either, can you? Because that takes away the naturalness of it. How do you approach that side of things, the interaction with the press and the public?
Yeah, look, I think at the end of the day, if you play good cricket, that's fine, you know, like, and then you go out there, you try and do as well as you possibly can. And a lot of the time, because what we live in a world, as you all know, where it's not necessarily the interview they take, it'll be even out of this interview, we'll do it for what, 7 or 8 minutes, whatever it is, and you'll take little grabs, and that's what people see. And we live in a world where the most interaction is the controversial things. So someone might do a 40-minute interview, and they might talk about how great it is being in the environment, how much they're enjoying playing, how good they think the opposition are, but you might take out the 1 minute grab that they talk about golf and how they started off and they all got together and all the team building they have. They're things I don't want to stop, because there's not a minute, probably like with a lot of us in the jobs we do, there's not a minute of the day that you don't think about the decisions you've got to make. If you're an international cricketer, there's not a second goes by when you don't think about your batting, even more so when you're struggling. And doing things away from the game is so important, because for that 3 hours, whatever it is you do, because not all of them like golf, that 3 hours is sometimes you're not consuming yourself with what's to come and what you've got to do. And I'd imagine anyone in any job thinks the same. So I don't want them to stop that. They just got to stop giving you easy sort of lines that you can use.
OK, well, yeah, let's see how the media interaction that develops. On the physical side of it, talking about rest of...
You can take that one.
Yeah. I tell you what, I'm not sure we're going to go viral, Rob, but I hope so. Ben Stokes is set to be involved following the hamstring injury suffered in New Zealand last year. How does he manage that? How do you manage that with the bowling and the batting? Because it's explosive movements, aren't they? How does he manage the physical side there? Because it can be a problem injury.
Yeah, look, it can do. But Ben, I mean, you look at him now, he looks as good an athlete. I mean, he was already a good athlete. He looks like an even better athlete now. And the way that he'll go about it, I'm sure what Ben is actually, he's incredibly bright. He's got an incredible feel for the game and also what he needs to do. And I think he'll be thinking, like, how can I impact this game best? Now, that might not be bowling a long 12, 13 over spell. It might be one of the others to do that. It might be the spinner. But he is our most impactful cricketer. Even when he's not doing anything, he's doing something with his captaincy and the way that he leads everyone else. So I just think you can't preordain things, but Ben, when those moments come, I'm sure he'll make the right decision. And he and Brendan's a great fall for him. That partnership is so important. And Brendan's someone that can just rein him in at times when he needs to. But I'd imagine that Ben is doing he's done everything that he can to get himself into a position to be able to play as that full role as an all-rounder, and he won't want to jeopardise that.
No, we look forward to his summer up to come. What about Jofra Archer, though? News of the thumb injury, presumably not too concerned because it's not one of the problems, the chronic problems he's had?
No, I think that's the point with Jofra. We see it's a couple of weeks behind, really. So he's actually, he's not going to be far off bowling. It's then being able to, and the whole plan with Jofra was more actually about getting 4-day cricket into him. So he'll probably miss that Lions game we had him planned to play, but then there's championship cricket. There's a gap between the end of the blast bit and then they're into the championship, so we'll get a bit of red ball bowling into him. Then he'll then probably go and play the championship games for Sussex, and then he'll be ready. We thought around the second test, it might be the third test now, but we'll wait and see. But it's nothing too serious.
Rob, you've been with us a long time. Quickly, how excited are you about the test that India brings?
Oh, I think it's going to be incredible. I love watching India play. I love watching our boys play. I think it will be a summer where cricket will be the talk of all the sport that's going on, and that's brilliant.
Let's hope this weather continues as well. Rob, thank you very much. Appreciate your time.